Hi, I'm Terrinique Pennerman, founder of the best-selling naturally curly hair care brand Kurlee Belle and host of the Terrinique Show, a show where we talk about hair, a woman's crowning glory. I'm so happy that you've allowed us to be a part of your hair care journey, and I hope that you enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Terrinique Show. I'm so happy that you guys have decided to join us for yet another episode. Please like, share, subscribe. We are the Terrinique Show on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Apple and Spotify podcasts, everywhere, the Terrinique Show. On today's episode, we are going to talk about a topic that I'm sure a lot of us can relate to. It doesn't matter our ethnicity. Once we have hair and we've been to a salon, we can relate to it. And it is silent abuse. And why don't we speak up at hair salons? We've all probably had the experience where we went to a hairstylist to get our hair done and we don't exactly like how it looks. And the stylist turns us around in the chair to look in the mirror, and we look in the mirror and we're like, oh my gosh, in our heads, but we don't voice our opinions. And we're like, yeah, we like it. And when she asks us like, do you like it? And you're like, yeah, I like it. I mean, some of us even go to the extreme to not only pay for the style that we don't like, but we also tip. What is it about hairstylists and us sitting in their chair where they become like the dominating factor over us in our voice and speaking up? Like, women can be like advocates for so many things. Like, we can be advocates for women's rights, for equality. But when it comes to speaking up to our hairstylist, it always seems like, oh, we become this like shy little mouse just sitting in the corner, and we are so afraid to speak up. So just the other day, yesterday, I was having a conversation with a group of women from all ethnicities. I mean, Black, Brazilian, Colombian, and white. We were just standing around and we were talking about hair and our experience at the hairstylist. And one of the girls, she had her hair done in cornrows. So there's this new thing now where, I don't know if it's that new, maybe it passed like 2 or 3 years, where women are getting cornrows, but you can see like the parts in the hair where, how they're getting the cornrows done. And stylists tend to use a tool. It's a tool that they put on their index finger, and it's a silver tool. Your finger sits in it, and then it has like a long extending end, and it's called a hair parting tool, and it's metal. It's made out of metal. So we were all complimenting this girl's hair, and we were like, oh my goodness, your hair looks so nice. We love your cornrows. It looks so nice and neat. And she was like, girls, let me tell you, my hair looks nice, but it hurts so bad. And I was like, what do you mean it hurts? She was like, I got my hair done 3 days ago, and the lady who did my hair, she used this hair parting tool, and my scalp and my hair, I'm basically in pain. And it's been 3 days since she got her hair braided. And she said, not only did she, not only am I in pain, is that I told her I didn't want any baby hairs. So a lot of you know who, watch my channel, you would know what baby hairs are. So that's when you take the edges of the hair, you don't braid it all back, but the edges of the hair, you leave it out so that you can put it in a like swooping motion. Like you can do like a lot of designs with your baby hair. And she said, the reason why I got braids is because I didn't want to have to deal with my hair. Now every day I'm gonna have to use some edge control gel and slick down my baby hair. So she completely ignored what I told her to do. And I was like, wow, isn't that like the experience of most of us? We go to a hairstylist, we show them a picture of what we want, and they turn us around in the chair and we get what they want. Like, what? Why? Why is it that, some hairstylists feel that they know what's best for us rather than us knowing what is best for us? Like, we gave you a picture, we told you this is what we want, we told you we didn't want this, but no, you know better than us, and we're paying you. So this is something that has been happening for generations. And one of the things that we discussed when we were talking about it is, when you find a good hairstylist, especially in the Black community, we want to hold on to them, because hair, like we've said numerous of times, is a woman's glory. And like, when your hair looks good, you feel good and you look good. So your hair really, it can change your mood. If your hair looks bad, you can feel bad. So hair has a lot to do with our overall confidence. And when you find someone who can really do hair, it's so important to not offend them, because you're like, I can't get an appointment with so-and-so because, I wasn't nice to them, but I really need my hair to be done. So I'm just gonna sit down and shut up and get whatever they give me because they're really good hairstylists. Not only in the Black community, in every community, you have hairstylists that are coveted. Like, you have to book your appointments months in advance to even get an appointment with this stylist because they do hair so good. I remember when I lived in Charlotte, I used to get blowouts, and I would go to my hairstylist Giovanni, and he would do like an amazing blowout. My hair was just so silky and so bone straight, and I just loved going to him. And yeah, maybe he tugged on my hair a little bit too hard, or maybe he cut a little bit too much off of my hair, and I think that he gave me a haircut instead of a trim, but I wouldn't dare say anything to him. And it's so many women that sit in the chair of hairstylists and they dare not say, excuse me, I'm a little tender-headed, you're pulling it too hard, or, I don't really like how this style looks, or no, that part isn't straight. We do not voice our opinions when it comes to hairstylists. And then another lady chimed in during the conversation we were having, and she was like, well, I have natural hair, and I have went to several stylists, and they say, well, girl, we just don't do natural hair. Like, this is not something that we do. And even if you go to a hairstylist and you have natural hair, they're like, come to the appointment with your hair blown out. So you have to do the pre-work. Or when you're going to get braids, they tell you, come to the appointment with your hair shampooed. So there are a lot of demands that are put on us from certain hairstylists. I'm not saying all. I don't want the hairstylist community to come for me, okay? I'm just saying, I'm voicing the opinion of the silent, the silent women who are suffering because they can't stand up to their hairstylist. They just take it, it's like a take it or leave it attitude. You give me this look and I'm gonna take it. Even myself, like, I went to get a trim and my hair was like right here, and I came out and my hair was hair. And I did not say anything to her. What I did, I stopped going to her. And she doesn't know that, the reason why I stopped going to her is because she cut my hair instead of giving me a trim. But, we don't feel empowered enough sometimes when we sit in a chair. And I don't know if it's the fact that, we're sitting and they're above us. So then that we're automatically in a, an inferior and a dominant position. So maybe that's why we're not speaking out, or maybe it's because these people know how to do hair well and we're supposed to sit down and shut up and just take whatever they give us. But please, if you have any comments about this, please leave your hair experience in the comments. Please share your stories. And also tell me, why did you feel like I couldn't speak up? She is pulling my hair too tight, or the color isn't the color that I wanted, or the style doesn't look right. Like, the bun is not, the bun is not bunning, but I'm like, yeah, I like it. Like, I'm gonna take it. Why do we not speak out? Like, speak up and speak out, like, our opinion about a style? we go to the nail salon and we say, well, oh, I don't like that color. Or we tell them, you know, I need another coat on my nails. Like, you'll speak out at the nail salon about your nails not looking right. But when it comes to your hair, what is it about hair and hairstylists where we feel like, no, I'm not going to say anything? I mean, even the most like aggressive women will just sit there nicely in the chair and not say anything about the style that the hairstylist just gave them. And I think another element of it too is, if you've been going to a stylist for a long time, you have a good rapport with them. Like, they know you, they probably know about your family, they know about your relationships. Like, people go to the hairstylist really as a form of therapy to like gush about what they're going through in life. So it's kind of like you telling a friend, like, hey friend, this isn't working. Like, no, I don't like how it came out this time. So you don't want to disappoint them. So there are different elements, I think, to the relationship that we have with our hairstylist, where we feel like we can't tell them when something doesn't look right, or it's hurting us, or, you know, I'm not feeling your work today. So what is it in your experience when you've been to a hairstylist, or an example of, you know, a time when you really didn't like your hair and you just walked away, you know, feeling like abused, right? Or like feeling like you didn't have a voice, or, for lack of better terms, like a victim of, my hair doesn't look good, I had to pay for it, I also tipped, but I'm, you know, when I go home, I'm gonna take this out. I have done that before. I have went to the salon, got my hair done, didn't like it, paid, and sat in the car and was like, what just happened? Like, why did I sit through that and pay for it? I mean, I'm not advocating not to pay for something. Yes, of course, if they provide a service, you pay for it, but you can also leave a review, you know, tell them, hey, I didn't like how this came out. Because when we don't voice our opinion, what happens is people, you know, they get a little bit puffed up and they're like, okay, I'm the bomb at doing hair. I'm like the #1 stylist. My clients are always happy. Like, you have to provide feedback. I mean, you guys go online, you provide feedback about everything. You know, if you buy a dress from a certain place, you go and you write a review. Write a review about your hairstylist, letting them know, like, hey, this is not okay. But I guess maybe it's a confrontation thing too. A lot of people aren't confrontational. Maybe you feel like if you can't confront them, the next time you book an appointment, something bad or irreversible is gonna happen to your hair. Like, you get a haircut, like me, when you go in for a trim, or the color doesn't come out right, or the relaxer stays on too long and you get like a burn, or, you know, even balding. Like, what is it? So I hope that this episode got you thinking, got you more confident in speaking out and telling people, hey, I really do not like this hairstyle, or I do not want baby hairs, do not give me baby hairs. I hope that it will give you the confidence. And those of you who speak out, please write in the comments how you speak out about your situation, to give those of us that, you know, are a little bit timid about speaking out, you know, give us a little boost to say, well, hey, no, I don't want baby hairs. No, I did not come for a cut. I came for a trim and you gave me a cut and I don't like it. So anyway, I hope that this episode was helpful to you. If it was, please give us a thumbs up. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. We are the Terrinique Show everywhere. Apple and Spotify podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Have a great day.